Do you know the story of Arthur Ferguson, the greatest swindler? How did Arthur Ferguson, the legendary swindler who sold everything from Buckingham Palace to the White House in the United States, where the kings of England lived, do something ridiculous? One day in 1920, about 100 years ago, an American was looking at the Nelson Monument in London's famous Trafalgar Square. And then Arthur Ferguson came up to him and said, "We have no choice but to sell Nelson's monument to prevent huge debts to the UK." The Americans were so moved by the pitiful reality of the British situation and the Nelson Monument that they asked for a price, and they said it was only £6,000. He offered to buy it for about $10,000. And so the legend of Arthur Ferguson, the great con artist, began. Elastic Arthur Ferguson also decided to sell Buckingham Palace, the heart of the palace. He lures an innocent tourist to sell Buckingham Palace, where King George V lived at the time, for just £2,000 because of Britain's serious debt situation. Of course, tourists can't have a single plant at Buckingham Palace. If we stop here, the name of the greatest con artist's reputation will be overshadowed, right? The famous British clock tower, Big Ben, was also sold for just £1,000. In addition, Arthur Ferguson, who sold the British capital and the Eiffel Tower, a symbol of France, will seek to expand into a wider market. America, the symbol of capitalism, now he changed the stage. In 1925, Ferguson moved the stage to the United States. The first item was the White House, the president's official residence. Judging that it would not be possible to sell to the people of the city, he searched for a new sales target. It was the squire of the countryside who was dark about the city. Eventually, a farmer who runs a ranch in Texas enjoyed the privilege of renting the White House for 99 years. The deal earned Ferguson $4.7 million. Now, to commemorate his retirement, Ferguson prepared one last fraudulent scheme. He decided to sell off the Statue of Liberty, the symbol of America and of peace around the world. Arthur Ferguson, who one day approached an Australian tourist looking at the Statue of Liberty, says New York is planning a large-scale port construction, and the Statue of Liberty is blocking it. Australians' ears began to flutter when the federal government said it would hand over ownership of the statue to someone who demolished the Statue of Liberty. An Australian who was caught in the ridiculous story of selling the Statue of Liberty in a flash. The Australian is so happy that he takes a commemorative photo with Ferguson. However, it took a long time to transfer a large amount of money from Australia to the United States. Meanwhile, the Australian gradually came to his senses and began to doubt. He presented a commemorative photo with Ferguson at the police station, and after an investigation, he was found guilty of fraud while traveling around the world. Either way, he lived in luxury with the money he had after serving a rather short prison term of about 5 years. Thanks for watching.